Hi, I'm Lynn from TeaRose Mandalas on Etsy, and today I'm going to show you how to make gypsum rocks, heart-shaped, so you can paint on them and paint mandalas on them. Now how we make those is out of these silicone molds, and we sell these on our Etsy store. So to make these, we're going to use Ultra Cal 30. And this is what Ultra Cal 30 looks like. And it's just a powder. And you can get this on Amazon or on other Etsy stores. So to fill these 8 heart molds, then we're going to have to use 40 ounces of Ultra Cal 30 and add some water to it. So one of the things we use is a scale. And this is a tear scale, so basically it zeroes out once you push the button. So we'll put our bowl on there, and then we'll push the tear button, and that makes it at 0. Now we're going to put 40 ounces of Ultra Cal 30 in here. Now I have a little bit, this is measured out, but I've got a little extra in here. So we're going to pour most of this in here. See, we're at 15.7, keep going. Okay, we're at 32, 35.8, 37.4, 38.6, 39.7, 40. Oh, I've got 1.1 ounce, a little bit over. All right. So after that, now we have to add 15.2 ounces of water. So I'm going to tear it out again, so then it'll be 0. And now we're going to add 15.2 ounces of water. So we're going to slowly pour it in because we don't want to add air bubbles. So we've got 4.0, there's 5, 6, 7. All right, we're going to go to 15.2. We're at 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14.7, 15.2. There we go. Now we're going to let that sit for just a second, kind of let it get going, and I'm going to put a rubber glove on so that I can mix this up with my hands because it's really easy to do that. Excuse me. And so now I'm just going to turn this off because now we're done with it. I'll turn it off all the way. Okay, so now I'm just going to put my hand in here and mix this up. And I'm just squeezing it between my fingers is all I'm doing. So I'm picking it up and I'm just squeezing it between my fingers to get this all mixed up. Get it off the bottom. Takes a few minutes, not even a few minutes, not even a minute really. It doesn't take as long as you'd think it would. But you just keep mixing it up and smushing it because we don't want any lumps at all. Now some people I've seen have mixed this right in the plastic bag, and I think that's great because then you can just throw it away. But I have problems pouring out of the plastic bag. So that's why I'm doing it in a bowl with a spout on it. All right, this is feeling pretty good. Now see how it's like a thick liquid, like pudding before it gets hardened or firmed up. There we go. I just want to do a little bit more. I'm going slow so that I don't introduce as many air bubbles. All right, well, I'm not finding any lumps in there. I'm sure we'll find some as we're pouring, but as long as they're not on the outside edges, it won't matter. Okay, that is mixed. Now, I'm going to take that off. Put that aside. Let me grab a rag. I didn't bring a rag with me. I'll just have to deal with some dirty fingers. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to pour that right into this mold. We're just going to pour it slowly, and I want to make sure you can see that. And I'm pouring slowly so that I'm not going to introduce any other air bubbles if I can. And I'm going to fill it right up to the top. You want to make sure this is on a level surface where you can leave it, because it needs to firm up. And so you got to be able to leave it for a while. Some people like to leave it for half an hour. Oh, there's some lumps. Or a couple hours. I like to leave it in overnight and then pull them out in the morning. All right, we're doing good. There we go. Just a few more. All right. Well, look at there. Oh, one more. Oops. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit here. And I think all of these are really full. And we have just a little bit left over, see? All right, now I'm going to let that sit. First I'm going to tap on it and make sure that there's any air bubbles will come out. There we go. And then we're just going to let it sit here and it'll firm up. So I'll come back and show you after they're all firmed up. Hi again. So it's the morning, waited overnight, and we let these dry all night long. So these are the hearts, and so now I'm going to show you how to pull them out and show you what they look like. All right, so all you have to do is just pull. Just put your fingers underneath it and your thumb over here and pull it back, and then push with your fingers up, and then boom, and then you can push that right back. And here's a little extra piece, so we'll throw that away. And here it is. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And this is what the back looks like. It's a little rough, so I'll take some sandpaper and make that a lot smoother. I don't have to worry too much about it because a lot of times I'll put the felt on it, and that kind of makes it nice to sit somewhere. And I'll let this sit for a good 2 days before I start painting them so that all of the moisture will get out of them. So if you can see it, you can see where some of the moisture has come out. Closer. So some of the moisture has come out, and it just keeps, that line keeps going up as the moisture goes out of it. So let's pull the rest of these out of here. Oh boy, some of them are a little tougher than others, but they're rocks, so you don't have to be real gentle with them. One thing I wanted to mention, some people are saying that the tops are more flat because the weight of the rocks is making that top part flat. There's a couple things you can do. I've heard of some people making a little stand to hold it up so that the bottoms don't end up touching the surface, so it kind of sits up a little bit. One other thing that I've heard that I think could work pretty well, and I'll show you that in just a second. I haven't tried it yet because I think it's fine with the flatness on the top. I don't think that's a problem at all. But you know, if that's what you want to have it completely rounded off, then you can do that. So here is what people are using, these little cups, the smaller ones, and what they're doing is they're putting it right underneath like that, and then putting them all underneath it and holding them up, and then they just pour it into there, and pour the gypsum right in there, and then it sits and it has a more rounded top. So that's another option for you. All right, well, what do you think? I think they came out just beautiful. They're so smooth. Oh, they're just really pretty. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel below. And you can join us on our Facebook group, TeaRose Mandalas. And we'd love to have you stop by our shop on Etsy, TeaRose Mandalas. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.